Good evening. It is 4:30 Thursday afternoon. It has been a very trying week, to say the least. I just got a message from Melissa. We've been obviously without power since the tornado hit. And I want to tell you something. I don't want to ever sound like I'm ungrateful. We didn't dodge a bullet. We dodged a bomb. And the overhead video of what you see in all the surrounding areas, like 109, where that warehouse district is. I mean, my son lives not far from there. There's just people that are so close. Luckily, just about everyone, that I know is okay. There's a lifter buddy of mine. Well, he and his wife, Harley and Denise Timms, lost their house. I know they've set up a GoFundMe page, or someone has it in their behalf. And if he's the owner of Big Bastard Barbell, and I go back a long way with both of them. And Harley lifted at some of my meets, and Denise, but like years and years ago. Brandy Forbes, her and her husband own CrossFit Hermitage, and a lot of the tires that I have in the back now came from their gym. They had to get rid of them, and she contacted me to come get them. But these people are hurting. Now, it's kind of twofold. One of my best friends in the whole wide world, Lynn Odom, her family owns the center, the warehouse office center, where Brandy and her husband have their gym. And I mean, it's devastated. I can't even make you understand how much damage there is. And oh God. So I'm trying to do this and drive. Let's see here. Where are you gonna go? Anyway, I know Brandy and they have set up a GoFundMe page as well. The school that is really close by, there's a Mount Juliet Christian. That school is devastated, and behind them, Stoner Creek. And I've known coaches out there and kids that have played out there. At Mount Juliet Christian, I did a strength demonstration with the Omega Strength guys and Matt Poe, and a bunch of those guys are buddies of mine. Anyway, this community is hurting, but it's really resilient. It is amazing at how much work these guys have done, and I am astounded of what they have been able to do in such a short period of time. Anyway, check out those GoFundMe pages, and if you can donate, then please do. There's a lot of people that are hurting. There's a family that, it's a young family, lost their daughter, who was a toddler. The infant is in intensive care. I don't know, even if I raise $20,000, there's nothing I can say or do. There's no amount of money that's gonna I don't know what to do. I think if you pray, I don't know what you pray for. Comfort, grace. I don't know. I don't know how you go from there. So there's a lot of people out there. We were very lucky, and I can't even tell you what it means to me for the amount of people all over the planet that have messaged, asking if we're okay, and we are. We've had the inconvenience. I made a video this morning that I'll post at some point, the damage close to home is astounding. But so many people have reached out, and I'm so appreciative, you know, but we're okay. The girls are okay. The gym is okay. As far as I know, there's no real damage to the house. I haven't seen anything. Now that power is supposedly back on, I'm headed home now. We will see. Special thanks to Amber and Brian Hypnar. They have a lake house where they had a generator. Brian went and loaded that thing up and was on the way. I've got drop cords, and that's what we were going to use tonight. And about the time he got there, the lights came on. So, you know, I owe him a big one for sure, both of them. I mean, it's just very kind, you know, that, you know, to go so far out of his way to kind of, you know, to do anything he could to help out. So, you know, the interesting story with Brian, and I want to share with you, because I tell people all the time, you know, you do things for other people because we're really, one of the things I think that we're really charged with in this life is just simply taking care of each other. You know, life's hard. There's a lot of shit that goes on that, you know, and as you can see, things can go bad and life can turn on a dime. Brian and Amber's house got broke into, and one of the things they stole, well, was all Brian's whiskey. The whole genesis of Brian and I meeting was I was so taken aback and upset that it's all right, if you need my TV so damn bad, then take it. Take all of them. But don't steal a man's whiskey. I think that's just low. So I went to the store, found out that he liked Gentleman Jack. Whoa. And I bought him some bourbons that I liked, that I thought were the price line was really good. I bought him several because he went from having a small collection to having none. I did buy him a Gentleman Jack. I bought him a Slow and Low. I bought him some Russells. I don't remember what all I bought him. I think I bought him a Larceny. So there was some, you know, I bought a rye. That way there was some representation from, you know, all the grains, and you know, that kind of floored him. But that's what we do, you know. It's like, you know, that's what you take care of. And for, you know, for a guy to go out of his way like that to help us, it means a great deal. Anyway, Team Ogre, I'm going to talk with everybody, but one of the things I'm going to do personally, regardless of what the teams do, is I've reached out to Harley. You know, any of the big bastard folks. I know it's a bit of a drive from Lebanon, but if you need our gym, mi casa, su casa. Same thing for Brandy. I mean, we have a small gym in comparison to what they had, but you know, somebody needs a workout, or if we can accommodate that need, then I'm happy to. The school, again, being devastated. When the time comes, I spoke to the head football coach yesterday, and we're going to do something. Once, you know, I'm sure they'll have a replacement budget with insurance and stuff like that, but I don't want them just to replace things. I want, what's something that they want? What's something that, other than the basic needs, what is something that they'd like to have? And I'm going to provide that. I don't know what that is. I don't know how much it's going to be, but I'll figure it out. And once CrossFit Hermitage is ready to open its doors, we'll look at whatever we can do to help them, and the same thing with Harley. You know, maybe it's a bottle of whiskey and a steak dinner, whatever it takes. And you know, we'll see. Maybe see if I can do this. It's not going to let me switch it, but I'm looking at this, and it is just staggering. I mean, still, trees, the poles are just, they splintered. They were twisted and broke. So there's still a lot of emergency vehicles. And I'm going to tell you something, man, these line guys, you know, that's a tough breed of people anyway. But I said in this other video that I took, a buddy of mine works for NES, and he's been in touch with me, kind of letting me know what the assessments have been. And you know, these guys are working 16-hour shifts, and it's not like, you know, Like, my job is not always, well, I'll be honest, rarely is my job. The hardest thing I do physically is if I have to dig a hole at work to plant something, or we move something heavy, or when I'm training. You know, most of my job now at this point in my life is brain power, or at least directing traffic and management. Man, these linemen guys, those guys are tough as leather. And to you know, and these guys are stepping up and working these hours. These are the first responders. I am privileged enough to coach some people that do that sort of thing, and the communication, they've worked really, really hard to communicate, and more than anything is make sure that people are taken care of and safe. And my son posted a video about the beauty of our community and watching them come together to help someone in need. And this is staggering. So I'm sorry. Anyway, Melissa and I, the dogs, the gym is okay. And my heart goes out to the people that lost their lives and lost their businesses. I'm so sorry. I wish there was something else I could do. I really do. And I'm very saddened by it, but I hope that you guys will hang tough. You'll be resilient, and people are going to help. It's going to be okay. It's just going to take some time. So I appreciate you indulging me if you're listening to this. Pray for the families, pray for the first responders and these linemen, and thanks for all the concern and all the messages. I truly appreciate it.